shows the key fob design for the vehicle. It's a pretty nice looking key fob, pretty high quality looking. You do have a switchblade key, and then you have your lock, unlock to release your trunk, and then your panic button. Now there's essentially two variants of the Santa Fe that you can get. You can get the 7-passenger variant, which is just called the Santa Fe, and then there's a 5-passenger variant called the Santa Fe Sport. Now this color is known as the Java Espresso. You do have chrome exterior door handles too. And it comes with a full-on beige cloth interior. Power driver's seat with power recline and power lumbar. Alright, now stepping on inside of the Santa Fe here, you do have ease of ingress and egress. And the cabin design is pretty stylish and high quality looking. However, not much has changed a whole lot in terms of the interior styling for the 2017 model year. Push button ignition is available on higher end trim levels. And what you're hearing there is a carryover 3.3 liter V6. Coming to your transmission, we have a 6-speed automatic. It's carryover. You also do have manual shiftability. And when you put the vehicle into reverse, you do have a rear view camera with guidance signs and trajectory. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the lights. And you also do have the hazards here. Driver's window and the front passenger window are fully automatic. Let's go ahead and pop up the hood, check out the engine bay. Heated exterior mirrors, and you also do have a little blind spot mirror. Coming up front, you have halogen projector beam headlights with LED accenting lights and LED daytime running lights. Now powering the Santa Fe here is your carryover 3.3 liter V6 paired with your 6-speed automatic that is your only gearbox available. It produces 290 horsepower at 6,400 RPM and 252 pound-feet of torque at 5,200 RPM, with EPA estimates being 18 in the city and 25 on the highway. And it does run on regular unleaded fuel. You can go for front-wheel drive or you can go for all-wheel drive. If you go for the Santa Fe Sport, you're going to get a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. Trims of the Santa Fe start at the base SE trim level, like how we have here, which starts at $30,800. The Limited starts at $34,950. The Ultimate, you're looking at $38,700, and the Limited Ultimate, you're looking at $39,400. Now the Santa Fe competes with vehicles in the 3-row crossover SUV class. This includes the likes of the Ford Explorer, Nissan Pathfinder, Dodge Durango, GMC Acadia, Honda Pilot, Toyota Highlander, and the Chevrolet Traverse. Now the new Santa Fe offers more high-end safety technologies such as lane departure warning and adaptive cruise control. On the top right here, we also do have roof rails and crossbars. Coming up to the rear of the vehicle, we have revised tail lights. And you also do have a rear window wiper with a rear window defroster and an LED third brake light, as well as a shark fin antenna for a much more modern appearance. And on the bottom, we also do have dual exhaust tips. Like I said, EPA estimates, you're looking at 18 in the city and 25 on the highway. Total vehicle price for our particular model is $32,370. All of your basic power necessities, power windows, power door locks, and your power mirrors. Nice soft touch armrests with premium stitching. Now, interior quality of the Santa Fe is okay. It's pretty average for the class. Up here we have a nice soft touch upper door panel. Mid door panel is slightly padded, as well as the armrest. On the dashboard, it's this nice softly padded material too. Up here, this part is actually hard touch plastic. This part is nice and soft touch too. Build quality is okay. It's certainly very average for the class. Some of the interior trim and pieces do have some panel gaps, but it's not a bad interior. Overall, fit and finish is okay. It can be a little bit better, but I really do love the contrast that the interior has with the beige and the dark brown. It certainly does not look austere or Spartan inside of here, which is nice. Now, coming to the steering wheel design, the steering wheel is okay looking. It's fairly stylish, but we do have your voice recognition, Bluetooth phone controls, and then you have your steering wheel mounted IO controls, and then your cruise control. Like I said, adaptive cruise control is optional now. Coming to these buttons right here, this controls your information center, which I'll get to in just a second. There's also many nooks and crannies that you could store the family's items inside of here, like down here in this storage compartment, as well as the center console. There's lots of space with a removable tray. And down here, it's not too shabby. It's actually pretty deep. And the center console lid is nice and soft touch and stitch. And then you also do have this little storage compartment up here. So many spaces to store the family's items. Down here, we also do have two 12-volt power outlets, as you can see. And then you have a USB port with iPod integration, your auxiliary input, then dual cup holders. Up here, you also do have your Hyundai BlueLink telematics system, and then you also do have SOS Safety Connect, sunglass container, map lights. Over here is where you'll also find your different driver selectable modes. You also do have downhill descent control and your traction control off button. Coming to the gauges and the instrument cluster, it's a very traditional looking setup with your tachometer and your coolant temperature on the left, and then your speedometer and your fuel gauge on the right. Coming in the center right there, this shows you various amounts of vehicle information, such as your fuel range, your average fuel economy. It also shows you what radio station is playing and what audio source is playing. And then you have your tire pressure monitoring system, of course, your service intervals. And then your user settings that you could change from the door, the lights, the sound, convenience, and other features too. And it's pretty easy to operate this information center by just these buttons on the steering wheel right here. Now, coming over here, we also do have your different driver selectable modes. Your different driver modes include the Eco mode, your Sport mode, and then your normal everyday mode. Now, the Eco mode is certainly the most fuel efficient driver mode, and then your Sport mode it doesn't change a whole lot in the way the vehicle handles or the throttle response. I really didn't notice a huge difference between the two driver modes. And then you have your downhill descent control right here, and then your traction control off button. Coming to the climate controls, very simple and clean looking layout here with pretty big knobs and buttons here. Now, you do have dual zone automatic climate control, which is nice. Then you have your fan speeds in the middle right here, and then your different zones, and it shows you up here what zone you're in, as well as what your temperature is too. And then right here you have your front window defroster, rear window defroster, and then you have your recycling mode too. Pretty easy to operate. Seating comfort is okay in the Santa Fe. I found these seats to be a little on the firm side, but they do offer a pretty good amount of support, and the thigh support is excellent too. Visibility in the Santa Fe is okay. There's a decent amount of side glass area on the front windows. When you get to the windshield, it's okay. When you get to rearward visibility, it's kind of hard to see out of this car, but at least most trims will come with a rear view camera. All right, now coming to the head unit and the multimedia interface and the infotainment system, we've seen this on the new 2017 Elantra, and I love this system because it's very intuitive, user-friendly, and responsive. Now, coming to your different audio sources, we do have AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio with iTunes tagging and HD radio too. Your other media sources do include Bluetooth, streaming audio, your auxiliary input, a CD player with your optical disc drive, and then you also do have your USB port with iPod integration. Now, coming to apps right here, your apps include Pandora, Android Auto, Quick Guide, your Climate, Sirius XM Data, your SoundHound, and then voice commands too. Then you have your BlueLink, which gives you your driving info, vehicle diagnostics, your BlueLink settings. Coming to setup, you could change many different settings, such as the sound, display, phone, BlueLink, connectivity, home screen, Wi-Fi. And I love how you could swipe like this. It works kind of like a tablet and it feels very natural feeling. Language, voice recognition, keyboard, screensaver, system info too. And then if you click on climate right here, you can actually access your climate from right here too, so you don't have to do it by the buttons down here, which is pretty nice. Of course, you can hook up your Bluetooth phone and have all of your contacts start on here and have an integrated dial pad, all that good stuff. But as you can see, this system is very responsive. It's very lightning quick. And then you also do have your connectivity for your Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So what you have to do is have a USB connected into the system right here, and then you hook it up to your smartphone, and then it'll integrate your smartphone basically onto the system, which is pretty cool. And many cars still don't have that nowadays, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Overall, love this system, very intuitive and responsive, and is one of the best infotainment systems and one of the best head units in the business. We also do have Wi-Fi, hotspot, and LTE too. Now, driving the Santa Fe here, the 3.3 liter V6 is probably the best aspect about driving this vehicle because it's a very strong powertrain and it's very responsive. The 6-speed automatic transmission is a very responsive pair with this V6 engine here. Now, the ride quality is not plush, nor is it too firm. It's kind of just in the middle, and it doesn't really offer a good balance between good ride comfort and good handling. The ride comfort I wish was just a little bit more softer, a little bit more plush, but it's certainly not jarring or anything of that nature, but it's just not as plush as some other competitors in the class. The handling is okay. You can feel for where this vehicle is trying to go, and it's very predictable. It does offer a decent amount of driver feedback. Is it the sportiest mid-size 3-row crossover drive? No, but it's certainly better than some of its competitors. Overall, I think the best part about driving this vehicle is the 3.3 liter V6 for sure. All right, and let's go ahead and shut it down. Let's go and check out the rest of the car. Now, one key area where the Santa Fe falls short compared to some of its competitors is its cargo space. Many of its competitors do offer more cargo space, like the GMC Acadia and Chevrolet Traverse. However, those are much larger vehicles than the Santa Fe. But the rear seats do fold down to maximize cargo space, of course. A power liftgate is also optional. Build quality and materials do follow through in the rear, which is nice. Now, the second row seats back here, they do recline. And they do slide forward and aft for greater comfort. But back here you will find a 12-volt power outlet and dual map pockets. The seats back here are also quite comfortable. They're actually just as plush as the front ones too. Headroom back here is pretty good, as well as legroom. However, one gripe I do have about the Santa Fe is that there is no optional rear seat entertainment system for the kids back here. So if you're looking for that, you're out of luck. All right. And you also do have a rear center armrest with cup holders, of course. Forgot to mention that. Now, access into the third row isn't as good as some other mid-sized 3-row crossovers. Some do offer easier mechanisms like the Honda Pilot, as well as the Nissan Pathfinder I just tested out. Now back here, it's certainly only recommended for small children. Now when you push the seat all the way back, it's pretty cramped back here. That's why it's only recommended for small children. But the rear seat headrests back here are also adjustable, and you also do have a little storage compartment, a cup holder, and climate controls back here, which is nice. Alrighty. Full manual passenger seat. Glove box compartment. Nice and damp. So the 2017 Hyundai Santa Fe is a competent choice for a 3-row crossover with its powerful V6 engine, its great value, and pretty good amount of features for the money. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.